Well, this is a nightmare scenario. You go on vacation or you leave town for work and then you come back and find out your home has been fraudulently sold to someone else. Well, we've heard that more than 30 property owners in BC and Ontario have been hit by this particular scam, or a scam like this. We're joined now by Brian King. He is President and CEO of King International Advisory Group. Thanks very much for coming on the show, Brian.
Thanks for having me on, Andrew.
So tell us, how do the fraud artists actually pull off this scam? How do they, it seems incredible that they would be able to do it. What are the basic mechanics of this fraud?
First of all, they're very organized and they work in groups. They understand the system. In most instances, they have a bit of help from professionals along the chain of the transactions. But in essence, what they do, Andrew, is they target a property. So they're looking for properties with a high equity value in them. In other words, either a property that is free and clear of any first mortgages or has a very low mortgage in relationship to the equity in the home. Mm-hmm. So once they identify the property, then they research the homeowners. They also look, when we're talking about a total title transfer as opposed to a simple mortgage fraud situation, they look for homes that for the most part, are vacant or the homeowners are away, because part of the process is getting access to the house.
So that it would be buyers come around touring. They don't find owners there saying, oh, I don't know anything about that. Now, they employ intermediaries who just get maybe $10,000 who pose as the owners of the house, but these are just hired hands.
Yeah, they're basically a group of criminals that let it be known that when you need someone to pose as a homeowner or the leaser of the property or whatever position they require, then they hire these people. And we see them on multiple files, some of the same people over and over again, and not necessarily with the same crime group. So they rotate amongst the different crime groups that are operating.
So if your house is sold out from under you, what recourse do you have? I mean, how do you get your money back? How do you get the money back or your house back?
Well, it depends entirely on whether or not you have title insurance. If you don't have title insurance, and even if you do have title insurance, there's the legal process, because you have to understand that the property is sold to an unsuspecting buyer typically, and that person then takes possession of the house and moves in. He or she is not part of the fraud. Mm-hmm. So it gets very complicated. Sometimes it can take like as much as a year to a year and a half to unravel.
That could I could see that destroying a marriage. The stress of that, a year messing with this stuff.
Oh yeah, this type of fraud leaves several victims in the wake, because you understand the new purchaser is also a victim.
Yes.
And what they do is they gain access. Typically, they look for properties that are being leased for rent. In other words, you get a job relocation temporarily for 2 years someplace. So you decide you're going to rent your property out, and you contact a property agent or a real estate agent to lease the property out. They scour the ads for those types of properties, and that's how they gain access, because they need access to, because typically they'll have a group of people that lease the property. They're imposters as well. And then once they've gained access to the property, it quickly goes up for sale and quite often sells to the first half-decent offer that they receive, because they don't want it being on the market for a lengthy period of time.
Just remind us, what is title insurance?
So title insurance is what protects you, and it became more vogue in Canada. It's been around in the U.S. for quite some time, but more vogue in Canada in the early 2000s, mid-2000s. And most lenders now require you, when you purchase a property or put a mortgage on it, to have title insurance. But for anybody that, in particular Zoomers like myself that purchased properties prior to that period in the 1990s and 1980s, title insurance was not necessarily available. So I always recommend to protect yourself, because once you have title insurer, the title insurer helps navigate. They pay to defend you and the process and hire the lawyers to deal with this. And so I always encourage homeowners that have had their properties for a lengthy period of time to check to see whether or not you have title insurance, and if you don't, go out and buy it. It's fairly inexpensive in relationship to one's probably major asset that they own, and it's a one-time fee. So for $800 to $1,200, you can purchase title insurance that will help protect you as far as the legal process is concerned once you've been ravaged by these criminals.
I'm trying to think, but say a house is sold fraudulently for $800,000. Is the money just gone? I mean, I presume they're pretty quick to get it into offshore accounts.
Yeah. First of all, there isn't too many homes in the GTA that you could purchase for $800,000. So I'm dealing with properties in the $2 to $2.5 to $3 million value right now. And typically what happens is once the imposters, once they've impersonated you and they have the identification, then they then open a bank account that is typically only used for this one transaction. And they get the money once the proceeds are funded into the bank account. They'll move it typically within 7 days and convert it to cryptocurrency or gold, move it offshore, all kinds of things. But the money in most cases vanishes. That's a big part of our job, is tracing the money and identifying the suspects.
Shouldn't the lawyers and the banks take responsibility here? They're the ones who allowed a fraudulent transaction to go through. I mean, they're paid to make sure this doesn't happen.
Well, that is part of the process of recovery that we use, is in certain instances where money has been, where a check that has been endorsed, there's such thing as called a CPA declaration that we have the homeowner sign. And I would say 60% of the cases we can recover from the banks, but then the banks are taking the hit. So, again, there's a process you have to go through. But we can recover some of the funds from the banks because they've allowed imposters to open a bank account in the name of these people.